YouTube, we are back with another redstone tutorial, and in today's video we are looking at the hidden lamp switch, or basically just hidden lighting really. So if we just flick the lever, as you can see, some glass pops up, and now you can see the lamps behind it, so it's pretty cool. And if we just flick it again, as you can see, they are gone. So this is quite a small and pretty simple contraption, you might think, but it also has another use, which is if you want to have like some chests behind it and some fence posts, so you can actually access it, like varying between like the nether variety and also like the wooden variety, then it will also work for that. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, so if you do want to stick around for the tutorial, then do. I'm just gonna be right back. And we are back, and I've just gotten a wall, so this is gonna be where your wall is gonna be, and this is going to be your lamp. That will be actually lighting up the room. Now you can use glowstone here or either, or whatever block you want really. And if you are going to be using the lamp, then make sure you have a this redstone block there to actually power it. But yeah, so that's basically the layout, and this is going to be the ceiling, and then this is going to be the floor as well. But yeah, so if you just want to, let's just get started by putting in our layout pistons. So we want to have a 2 blocks up from here, and you want to put in a normal piston right there, then have your another couple blocks up, and then have another normal piston right there. So it should look something like that. Now below it, so just right here, you want to put in your glass. Now I'm just going to use a red stained glass. Now you can use whatever you like, literally any block, and it will basically just be there, and you won't be able to see it when it's like closed, and then when it's open, it will be right there. So then what you want to do is you want to have another block below that. Now that's going to be your wall block right there, and that will be basically just right there. And then everything will be moved up by 2. So yeah, it'll look good in the end. I promise. But then what you want to do is you want to go 3 blocks down. So 1, 2, 3, and then take out the 2 blocks right there, and then replace them with normal pistons right there, and then both facing upwards. And that is your layout done. So we can basically just start putting our wiring in. Now for I'm going to show you how to actually expand it as well, so like make it nearly infinitely expandable, probably like a tiny bit lower, I don't know. But like I'll show you how to expand it up to 15. But yeah, so let's just get started. So first what you want to do is you want to have a block on top of this redstone block there, and then have a repeater on it right there, like that, and then have a block up right there with a piece of dust on it, like that. And now for the top bit right here, what you want to do is you want to have a half slab that's going to be right there, so it won't actually be powering, or this redstone dust right here won't actually be powering the normal piston when it's at this level, so right there. And then on top of that half slab, you want to have a repeater on 1 tick, and you want to have a block right here, and that is going to be your input. Now below this block right here, what you want to do is you want to have a sticky piston facing downwards with a redstone block below it, so just like that. Then have 2 blocks below that, so miss a gap, or place a block right there, and then just remove it like that. And then we'll have the sticky piston right there, and below that you want to have another redstone block like that. Now below that, so 2 blocks below that, and us missing a gap again, you want to have a block right there with a piece of dust on it like that. Then have a torch there, and have a block right here, and with a repeater on 1 tick above it. So just like that. So if we just flick the lever right now, as you can see, it'll extend these 2 pistons right there. And then if we unflick it or flick it again, it'll extend these 2. So that's working, and that's really good. So then basically that's that's basically it done right now. Now, if you do want to actually make the input anywhere else, really, what you want to do is you want to have basically like a repeater going into it like that, or even have a repeater on this side either, so like that. But then you basically just want to have a normal piston right here, and that's just going to be updating this normal piston right there. And that is just a little bug with with basically just the input. That's a little unfortunate, and it's really it's just annoying, really. So I'll just like show you it working when it's when we've got the repeater into it. So as you can see, if we just flick it and then flick it again, it'll work. But if we take out that normal piston right there, if we flick it and then unflick it, it doesn't actually move. And yeah, so that's just the little bit of a bug, and it's really quite annoying. But I mean, if you do want to make it expandable and move the input to somewhere else, then it's not really that big of a price to just have a normal piston right there. But yeah, so we're gonna have that right there. If we do want to have it expandable or move the input, really. So then what you want to do is you want to have a block down right there, and this is basically, from now on, I'm just going to be showing you how to expand it. So we did the first layer, and then in the second layer you'll be expanding that infinite, or however much times you want. So in the second layer you want to have your, or in the expanding layer, you want to have a block right here, then have a half slab. Now for the first bit right here, it has to be a half slab, because we're going to have another block right there with a bit dust below it right there. And it's because basically we don't want these two dusts from disconnecting, really. So we're going to have a half slab for the first one, but for every so often, or for everyone after that, you can have whatever you want, really. So you can have a solid block, basically. But then what you want to do is you want to have a repeater on one tick there, and then have another one right there. And that's basically it's pretty easy to do the wiring on the top. And you can basically just expand the layout pistons as well, and also like the door blocks right there, or the wall blocks, really. And then have another wall block, and then your glass again, expand that. And then also the normal pistons below it right there. So it should look something like that. And also I'll expand the floor and then also the ceiling. But then what you want to do for the bottom is you want to actually have your, for the top bit right here, it's really simple. All you got to do is you want to have a dust right there with a repeat on one tick there. And that's basically the top bit wiring done, so you can basically just keep on expanding that every so often, or however much you want. And it's basically that. But for the bottom, it's a little different, and you basically just want to have a block up right here, then have a redstone torch below it right there, and then have a piece of dust on top of the block right there. Now, if you do want to have this as only a 2 wide thing, what you want to do is you want to have a trapped chest right there, and then it will prevent the dust from powering this normal piston right there. But yeah, so if we just test it right now, as you can see, it will extend, and then it will retract as well. Now, all we really have to do is put in our lamp. And that's done. So I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial on this really simple but really quite cool hidden lighting system. And yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy it. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and peace.